Hi Taurus, happy early birthday and welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your April 2024 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, the source will be in front of us. The Celtic crossbred as always, and I also pulled the 4 agreements and wisdom of the oracle card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology as we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, we have the Sun, and we're going to have the Sun in Aries for the first few weeks of April, and then, of course, toward the end of the month, it's actually going to move into your sign, so it makes sense to see that come up. But yeah, so basically, the Sun will be in the 12th house for the first few weeks of April, and then it'll move into your first house. Alright, we have 9, so 9th house energy for you guys is Capricorn. Astrologically speaking, it's pretty quiet there right now, but in general, 9th house points to philosophy, higher learning, and foreign affairs. And we have Leo. So Leo for you guys is actually a 4th house of home, roots, and mother. That's also going to be astrologically a bit of a quiet area of the zodiac right now, but you could have a focus on your life anyway. And with that out of the way, we'll get started with the main spread. Alright, in the main situation, we have the Knight of Swords, and challenging that, we have the Empress. So, you see this playing out in a couple different ways. For some of you, could just be saying that you might just be really action-oriented right now, and the challenge could be to actually take a step back and find some time to relax. For those of you, could just be saying that, well, yeah, I feel like that's really primarily the only thing that's come up. And I will say this is actually a card of Gemini, and this does tend to come out a lot when Mercury's in retrograde. So it could also just be saying if you maybe you feel a little bit of guilt around resting a little bit too. It could just be saying, keep in mind with the energies at play, might be time to just take a step back if you can, or at least try to strike a balance between taking action and also taking some time for rest. Alright, in the foundation position, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, to me this looks like this is a good indicator that you guys will strike that balance, right? Because the Knight of Pentacles is much more of a slow-moving energy than the Knight of Swords, but at the very same time, at least it's still moving, right? So like I said, that if you really look at those two energies combined, the end result could be something more like a Knight of Pentacles, where it's not just go, go, go at all times, but at least there is taking action at a more slow and steady pace. Right, in the past position, we have the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, for some of you, maybe that was part of what was fueling you to be this action-oriented, because you might have felt like this goal was just out of your reach, right? You might have felt like you were very close to achieving it. So because of that, you might have been making a big push to finally get to that point. Right, in the present position, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is Capricorn energy here, which we did see come out for you guys as far as we mentioned. The 9th house came up with the dice too. So yeah, for some of you, could just be saying that maybe you had an idea that you knew that there was this goal we had in mind that you wanted to reach. So you might have just decided, all right, let me really make this final push here so that I can relax, right? And then seeing this here, it tells me that for a lot of you, yeah, it looks like you might achieve that goal that you were going for. And then that will give you the time to relax. All right, in the near future position, we have the 10 of Swords. So to me, this could just be a bit of a warning to not to overdo it, right? Because like we said, it looks like you just might feel very action-oriented this month. And with the Empress in a challenge position, I feel like it's saying that that's what you're probably going to be getting some nudges from the universe to take the time to rest, but for whatever reason, you might not heed them for some of you. And then if that's the case, you might just reach a point of burnout to where, you almost get forced into taking some rest. So just be on the lookout for that. All right, in the position of your influence on a situation, we have Temperance. So yeah, this is another good indicator that at least for the majority of you, looks like you will figure that out, right? And you will find that balance, because Sagittarius energy does point to balance, at least this particular energy as far as the major arcana goes. So yeah, I feel like for the majority, you will strike that balance of okay, knowing when to take action, when to relax. All right, in the environment position, we have the Fool. So, like I said, you could just be feeling this pull to take action, right? To take these leaps of faith, really throw yourselves into something new. And like I said, the only thing there is, on the one hand, you can see some success with that, but at the same time, like we said, with the Mercury retrograde energy that we're going to have for the first few weeks of April, and also the eclipse energies, could just be one of those things where you might have to pace yourself because there could be some setbacks, and those setbacks don't necessarily mean that you're on the wrong path, but it might just mean that things might take a little longer than you hoped. All right, in the hopes or fears position, we have the Page of Cups. So yeah, for a lot of you, this is probably a fear, right? Like you might have a fear of not getting something done in time, right? And then when you do have to present it, you might feel like it's not completed, right? Because if we look at the way this individual looks like they're presenting a cup, there's a fish in it, right? So to me, that represents something where they might have rushed and not even looked into the details to say, oh, hold on, there's a fish in this cup. Probably don't want to give this to someone right now, right? So it could just be one of those things where you have that fear, like, okay, I need to prepare, because when I am called to present something, I want to make sure I'm ready and I don't come up short. Well, the good news is, if that's the case, in the outcome position, we have the Six of Wands. So, Six of Wands energy can point to some recognition, some success. And this is Leo energy, which also came up in your dice as well. And I mean, well, and then even in a more mundane sense, right? This could be pointing to the fact that, like we said, as we get toward the end of April, we'll be moving into Taurus season. So some of you might be getting some recognition as far as that goes too, right? People wishing you a happy birthday, asking you if you want to celebrate, things along those lines. But hey, either way, like I said, it looks like the majority of you will be able to navigate that energy without actually feeling that Ten of Swords energy, right? Like you might have pushed it too far and burned yourselves out. Looks like a lot of you will strike that balance and have the success that you're looking for. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is a Taurus energy here as well. And yeah, could just be saying that, like I said, maybe you guys might have felt like a goal was just out of your reach, right? You might have felt like, okay, I've really put a lot of time toward this thing, and you feel yourselves just wanting to make that final push to finally complete it. And like I said, it looks like things will get there a little bit more naturally than you might expect this month. All right, moving on to your Four Agreements card, we have be impeccable with your word, and it says let go of self-judgment and blame. Okay, it says being impeccable, you take responsibility for your actions, but you do not judge or blame yourself for anything. So yeah, definitely a good message to keep in mind, right? Because like we said, it looks like you might be pushing yourselves this month. That Mercury retrograde we mentioned is going to be in your 12th house, right? So that could have you feeling stuck in your head, right? Where you might even feel like you have a lot of these great ideas, but then you might struggle to actually get them out there. Could just be saying, just try to pace yourselves and let things flow naturally. And try not to be too hard on yourselves more than anything. All right, from the Wisdom of the Oracle, we have soulmates. There's the artwork, and the number is 41. Okay, central meanings says harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, a relationship fostering personal growth. The Oracle's message: you are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. It is always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you toward them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you'll be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. So yeah, definitely a positive message there. I mean, I will say for the majority, this looks like a bit more of a solo journey you guys are on this month, but maybe it's even just through inspiration from someone in your environment or wanting to do something for someone in your environment, whatever the case may be, but hopefully it resonated. The relationship message says, consider love in the deepest sense. Love so powerful that you will never be the same, regardless of how long your relationship lasts. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude or break you open so you will finally claim you were meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who is being rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you in the presence of a soulmate come to guide you home to the real you. So yeah, definitely a positive message there. And I will say, if this would be around a romantic connection with that Fool energy, that could be someone new who might come into the environment and who might just, seem like a breath of fresh air on the one hand, but also maybe throw you for a loop a little bit too, right? Because they might not be the usual type that you would see yourself with. All right, the prosperity message says strategic alliances are most important right now as you begin to attract the perfect people to support your dreams. This is a journey you will share with others. Mentors, business partners, helpers, employees, creative partners, friends, and strangers open doors for you and step through the portal to join you in a harmonic dance of collaboration, commitment, and co creation. This is what you've been waiting for. So yeah, definitely a great message there, right? Like we said with that Six of Wands and the outcome position that could represent that recognition we were talking about. Like I said, it looks like for a lot of you, it feels like you're going to pick up on, yes, the best way to tackle these energies, right? Where you might say, okay, yeah, I know I want to go right now, but let me pace myself a little bit, right? For those of you who don't, like I said, this Ten of Swords looks doom and gloom, but the way I'm reading it in this general context would be maybe you guys burn yourselves out and you miss a couple of days of work, right? Something like that. Nothing too major. But like I said, for the majority of you, it looks like you'll pick up on how to navigate these energies and will see some success toward the end of the month. So hopefully that resonated with you guys. I'll wrap up there. And also, once again, happy early birthday. I'll see you guys next month. All right. Bye.